So, quite a few of you have expressed some difficulty with the idea of taking derivatives. And so I wanted to make this really short video to give you a template for how we do derivatives of polynomials, because that's really the basic derivative that you're going to have to be responsible for the material that we saw in Chapter 2. So when we talk about a polynomial, we mean something like 3x squared or 5t to the fourth, or some combination of that, like we've seen x is equal to 3 plus 2t squared minus 4t cubed, things like that. Those are polynomials. When we take a derivative, the formula or the formulation looks like this. This is the derivative of x with respect to time, so that means that x is a function of time, so it might look something like the polynomial we see up above. And so we want to learn how to take the derivative of that. It's helpful because we know from the coursework that we've done so far, for instance, the velocity is the derivative of position with respect to time, and the acceleration is the derivative of velocity with respect to time. So let's say that we want to take the derivative of a polynomial, dx dt. Let's assume that we have a really general form for our derivative. I'm going to use some symbols now. Instead of a number, I'm going to use a to represent the constant that might be outside. T is our variable, right there, see? And n is the power that it's raised to. The way that taking a derivative of a polynomial works is that we take the constant times the power, this is n, and then t raised to the n minus 1. So the power of the t goes down by 1. So we take constant times the power, and then times the t is raised to 1 less power. Keep in mind that for if you run into the situation where you have t to the 0, that's just equal to 1. So let's look at an example. So when we look at this, we want to take the derivative of x with respect to t. Now, here we don't have any t dependence when we take the derivative of 5, so that could be something else that we would say the derivative of a constant with respect to time or any other variable is just going to be 0. So the first term is 0, then we have 3 times 2 times t raised to the 1 power, so we took 3 times 2, then t to 1 less power, and then minus plus 5 t to the 0, which simplifies to minus 6t plus 5, because t to the 0 is just 1. So hopefully this is a little bit helpful, helps you grapple with taking the derivative of a polynomial.